Welcome to another edition of The Story Behind the Car. We're the Barkley, and Barkley has several vehicles, and we've been shooting today. And can you tell us about the Green Christine?
Yes. Well, this is what we call it. We call it the Green Christine. We found, and actually where we come up with this, I actually saw this on eBay and bought it. It's a little model car that says Christine. So it's got a red interior. So we decided to do a Green Christine. Me personally, I'm not a green guy on any kind of car. I've owned several green cars, Camaros and Chevelles. But out of all the cars that I own that are green, I do like this green probably the best out of any car style. But it's green, so you got to like green. And I think this is a factory color. It was, I think, Ivy Metallic, something like that. But this car was actually born a Savoy, and it was painted its original color. And this is a Savoy that has a 318 in it. I'll go ahead and pop the hood. This was in the great state of Illinois too. And there's only like 46,000 original miles on this car.
Wow.
I bought it from a guy that's owned it 23, 24 years. And it was restored about that time. So that's about how old this paint is. But never seen any rain. That's what the guy, in 25 years, the guy says not one stick of rain. It's been, never drove in the rain. And you see it's a 318 single carb engine. It's manual brakes, manual steering. A lot of those have it. I kind of personally like the power brakes, power steering, but you could add all that stuff on here. But this was a Savoy, which was a base model car, the cheapest one of them. And somebody actually took in, when they restored it, they put the Belvedere moldings on the outside and the bumper wings. So all this stuff is, all been restored and put on new. And you kind of see it's got the sport tone moldings on the side of it.
Yes. And then the white, this is white paint as opposed to the...
And we could put a set of inserts on there. We have a set, but that white paint actually looks pretty good. I think it just changes the look. I don't know if it makes it look better.
I think it looks wonderful.
I do too. I was like, I could put the inserts on it, but I don't really know if it'll make it look better. You can see the roof on that one is kind of like an off-white cream compared to that one. This is, the Christine color. So it's just really a good-looking car. It's just you got to find the right person that likes green.
Yes.
And
what all are you going to do with this?
This one's pretty much done.
Okay.
We do have this one listed, but what we did, you come over here. We actually.
I'm just going to stop and look at the mirrors for a moment.
Yeah. We did this around Christmas time. Let's go back over here real quick. I'm going to show you something. So when this was at Randy's place, we actually had the Grinch working on the car.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So there's the Grinch mask that he used.
Yeah.
And, we put some red interior in it just because this car we found like this, like, let's put some red interior in there. Everybody said it looked terrible. It didn't look the best, but you know what? It looks actually good now because we made some adjustments to it.
Yeah.
But here, let's look at...
Randy is your interior guy.
Yeah, Randy's interior guy that was just here a little bit ago. But here's inside this car, and this is a Savoy. This is all original. So we actually put the red interior in the inside of it. This used to be really bright green, and it really didn't look good. It looked kind of funny in here. So what we actually did is actually dyed that black, charcoal black, and it really makes the interior pop now. And it looks good now, in my opinion.
Yes.
Compared to what it is. This car has an original headliner in there. If you kind of look up, you can see it. That's all original, all in really good shape. This car is really straight because whoever did the body work on it the first time around, 20 years ago, it's all intact and in good shape. If you kind of peek inside there, that steering wheel is not the deluxe steering wheel. That is a Savoy steering wheel style.
Yeah, because it goes down at an angle.
It's a little different.
Yes.
It's a little different. It's not the Christine style, but that's the original steering wheel in the car. This is the original fabric that was on the seats back in the day when it was born as a Savoy. Nice looking car inside here, and this car runs and drives great. And again, if you wanted to paint one red, this is a perfect platform. You'll way money ahead.
Yeah, the body work's all done.
The body work's done, and it's in great shape.
Yes.
Paint's got some little signs of issues in it, but for 25 years old, it still looks pretty good and straight. And you can kind of see all these moldings are the same ones that are on Christine, and you could put an insert in here if you wanted to have it a metal look.
And if somebody was wanting you to wrap it and then put on the trim,
you could do all that.
Negotiate that for.
Yep. And it's kind of got a start of a red interior. We may wrap it red, who knows? But the red and the green doesn't. It's maybe we call it a Christmas Christine.
Yeah, there you go.
And then coming around this way, you kind of see it's got all the, I could turn this light off here. Has all the, the Plymouth, the 58 Plymouth letters and everything you need.
Yes.
All the great bumper. All the metal work on this car is actually pretty decent.
And the Evil Fury.
Another decal.
Yeah.
It's kind of our theme. Inside, there's the original green Savoy door panels that we have.
Wow.
We'll give you, we'll let them go with the car. You can use them for wall art. But this is the metal. If you look down in here, the metal in this car is another rust-free. So my thing is, when I'm looking for it, it's the first thing I look for is to find cars that are rust-free, that have very little rust in them, because that's all the work there to fix the rust. And really to find guys that can fix it and fix it right and get all the factory lines is really an art that there's not a lot of people. It's the only thing that I don't have out here in Missouri is guys that like to fix rust.
Yeah.
There's a lot of painters like to paint cars. None of them like to fix rust. So they're kind of all prima donnas, I guess you could say. And I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't want to fix rust either. It's something that just is not a desirable thing to do.
They stay in their lane.
They stay in their lane.
Yeah.
But there's the 58 stuff you see on the back.
Yeah. Just gorgeous lines in the backup.
They are really neat cars.
Yeah.
You can see why they picked them for the movie, because they just really are a good-looking car, and it's amazing the value of the 58 Plymouth over the, the 57 is still worth a lot. It's similar to this, but the 58 is the one that holds this value. That's the one they used in the movie. But if you look at a 59, one of these that are beautiful cars, they sell for half.
Wow.
The half. Or a 56, not a third of what these cars sell for. And it really gets back to that movie.
And I bet when the movie came out in 83?
83.
Yeah, so when the movie came out, these probably were a dime a dozen before the movie.
They were.
Yeah.
And I think even up until recent years, probably the internet, you could get these cars relatively inexpensive. When I say that, you could find one for 20, 30 grand. Yeah. Now you can't find a decent project that's under 40.
Yeah.
I mean, if you buy something probably under 40, you're going to be fixing all the rust. And by the time you fix the rust, you're over 40. So you're better off looking for something that's got all the parts and everything. Go try to buy the parts. The parts are the hard part to find. Everybody that has them wants to hold on to them because they can't find them. And if you can get them to sell them, they want a fortune for them.
Yeah.
So you spend half your time treasure hunting for parts.
And they don't reproduce them, do they?
They don't reproduce much. There is some guys doing some, these moldings are real hard to get. There's a guy that makes these moldings overseas. A set of moldings for one of these cars sells for about $2,000 just for the moldings, reproduction.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah. But this is, our green Christine, and it's a really nice car, and, we like to tint the windows and everything, so, I think the windows tints kind of go with the evil theme and really make the car pop, and it's something we've always done, even the Camaros. I got a guy that comes out here and tints everything at my place, so.
Oh, okay.
Named Bobby. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He can tint one. It takes him about 4 hours to tint one of these windows, to tint a Christine car.
Yeah.
So he's good at it now. And the first one he did, he was cussing me and like, I can't believe I'm doing this. It's a lot of work, but he learned it, so he knows how to do it now, and he does a great job.
Anything we need to cover? I want to ask you about the mirrors. We talked about it in another video, but I'd like to ask you about it on this.
Yep.
Just while we're here.
Yep. So that's an original 58 mirror that's, I believe, that came on the Belvedere, or a Fury mirror. I don't know which one it is, but that is what an original mirror looked like back in the day. I can show you over here. Here's another style mirror also. I think there was 2 styles. I don't know for sure, but this is a factory style mirror too.
Okay.
Don't know which one's the correct one, but I've seen them on both. This one or that one.
This one on the green car looks so much nicer, though.
It does. It's just sitting way up in the air.
Yeah.
To me, I like the Christine mirror, this one.
And when you drive them, is there much difference because of the height?
Yeah, you really only can see out of this mirror. That one over there is really hard to see out of. The factory one's also hard. You can't really turn it enough to where you can see. So they're more for looks, to be truthful with you.
Yeah.
They got a lot of glass in them, so there's not really many blind spots. You can see out of them pretty good.
Not, yeah.
Green Christine.
Yeah. Anything we haven't covered on this before we wrap things up?
I don't think so. I think you got a good baseline of what this car is. Beautiful car. And hopefully it finds a new home soon.
Yeah.
Because we need some space in the garage. We got a couple other projects coming
I know
up.
on one of the original videos we did, you told me how many pieces the bumper was. I don't recall. Is it 3-piece or?
Yeah, so there's main bumpers here, and then these wings bolt on each side of it.
Okay.
And those wings are add-ons. There's one in every corner, and they're just under $1,000 a piece. The front wings are a little more expensive than the rear wings, so these might be about $1,100 a piece, and the back ones, $800-900.
Wow.
So budget about $4,000 for a real nice set of wings.
Yeah.
For a car.
Yeah.
You can find them cheaper than that, but $3,500, $4,000. If you can find them for that in great shape, that's what the market is, and it's all basically because of the movie. Same with this hood emblem, and like this V. This little V right here and that medallion right there. They'll sell for around $500 just for that setup.
Wow.
Expensive parts.
Yeah, and they're not making them.
Nope, but you can find them. There's a lot of guys with them, and a nice set of fender spears like these. These are $450, $500. If they're not pitted.
Yeah.
If you buy a set that's pitted and you try to restore them, you're looking at $650, $700 by the time you get them restored.
Wow.
But they're they turn out like this. They're show quality.
Yeah.
You can notice the difference. These are probably original ones. You see how thin they are here. Now when you restore them, they get a little thicker because all the plating. So if you feel how thick that one is, it gets a little bit thicker right in here.
Yeah.
It's one of the little things you could tell if parts have been restored or original. This is thick, and this is thin.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah, well, just learning well, how you tell the difference.
Yeah. Well, Barclay, thank you so very much, and thanks for sharing your car and the story behind it.
That's right. It's fun doing it.
Absolutely.